Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Iris Podcast. I am Ski Free Yeti. Joining me today, we have NPC, we have Specs, and we have Thug returning from his island getaway. Thug was going to join us from the, not island, I guess it was Costa Rica, but
Mexico.
I thought it was Costa Rica. Can't keep track of all your business.
I'm a jet setter.
I know, pretty much. Tell me why exactly you couldn't make it to the last podcast again?
Thug was drunk.
Margaritas were the reason.
Yes, margaritas. Good call. Just a quick heads up, guys. I know a lot of you are cashing in those giveaway entries. I see Marv putting those in right now. If you are looking to buy giveaway entries prior to the actual giveaway itself, you have to do that before the comms check. Once the comms check happens, it will be wiping the board and we'll be drawing from the people who have already entered. So if you're looking to enter, get your giveaway entries in right now. Bray, holy spam.
Marv hit
yes.
hard.
So yes,
I know,
if you're
right?
going to be getting your entries in, go ahead and get them in now, and we will again do our drawing at the outset of the right at the end of the podcast. But during the comms check is when that line will stop. So do not purchase them after the comms check if you want them for this coming. Or this drawing today.
You can still enter after the comms check. It'll just be next week's drawing. So get them in right now while you can.
Exactly. Get them in while you can, guys. And again, you're also earning those giveaway points while you're watching this. So happy to have you here today. But anyways, let's hop right to it. We have an exciting day, an exciting podcast. We'll jump right into Amp It Up right now, and we'll have a little talk over the Week 2 action and tranquility. And we are going to go right into first. What caught your eye the most from Week 2? NPC, go.
The 3-2 victory. Alt F4 over the Hellhounds. Hellhounds had so much hype. Somebody on this podcast was hyping them up real hard. They were going to go win streak all the way, no losses the entire way. And Alt F4, they're made up of a few like Harmony tier graduates. People that were in Harmony tier last season or even the season before that.
Junkrat one trick.
Yeah. So naturally, I mean, the Hellhounds were definitely a favorite going into that game. I love seeing the underdog story. I love seeing, teams that are kind of more scrappy, the Bad News Bears, right? I love seeing that happen. And I was pleasantly surprised when they got the win there.
I'm not.
Specs, what do you think?
Don't even hear. Just skip that.
I want to hear from Specs. Specs, let's talk. Specs, go ahead and do it, buddy. I want to hear it.
Oh, what? Talk about that game? I mean, what can I say? Our support line, fantastic. DPS line, incredible. Tank line, top notch. Some would say best in the tier, minus Godspeed. Kid is a thrower, absolute melon. Other than that, I think we look great.
So okay. Just as a reminder, what was the score in your match again?
3-2.
Oh, nice. Hey, good win.
Thank you.
Anyways, what do you think? Thug, go ahead.
Biggest surprise for me, and this is okay. It's a different team than season 1, season 2, and season 3. But the Potatoes rocking a 4-0? How? Hey, I know it's a different squad, but when I was entering things in the tournament and I'm going through and not really paying attention, I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like I was real excited. I wanted to like message Sneaky, but I was like, no. She's probably excited. Good on them, dude. Good fucking on them. I was jacked up. That was my biggest surprise.
So I hyped it up last week and y'all were like, whatever, just a fluke win over tough luck, whatever last week. Can I just say, Airstrike, they are for real. They are a great team. They look really, really strong right now. Octane might be an early MVP favorite in that tier. He is insane. Genuinely a fantastic player on DPS. Airstrike looks great, and they made They beat Instalock, who also looks great. Probably the best O2 team in the entire community across any tier, I would say, right now is Instalock. They look really good, but Airstrike is very much for real, and I fully expect Airstrike to continue this run here. The next question every week, most likely or most looking forward to this coming week. What is that NPC go?
Well, I'm going back to this. I don't know why I keep talking about it, but Alt F4 and Eclipse. It's a featured match. Both of these teams making somewhat of a rebuild in the past couple of weeks. There's a mix of familiar faces, new faces. There's also a little bit of a story brewing there. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of hype around both teams, and some good, some bad. We're gonna find out.
Specs, what do you think?
Same. No, for real though, I think the trans tier this week is going to be a little bit interesting. In my mind at least, every team, there's a clear favorite in every match. Does every team live up to that, or do we see someone kind of come out of the dark here?
Thug, what do you think?
For me, kind of the biggest thing I'm looking out for is Comets Get Off My LAN. It's is they B? Are you B pool or A pool?
A pool.
You're
A pool.
other A pool. Couple of 2-0 teams facing off each other. May or may not be overperforming. I don't know. But someone's O's got to go.
It's also NPC versus his old squad. I mean, that's
only one player on that team was like
matter.
a teammate of mine for half a season. So shout out to Funny Name, great guy.
All right, my thing is I'm looking for Maximize Gaming to get it back on track. Maximize started off 0-2, tough loss against Exiles 3-1, and tough loss against Havoc 3-1. That is an insane early schedule. Exiles and Havoc might be the two A tier teams out of Pool A in the Transcendence tier. I expect Maximize Gaming to get back on track here. I expect them to take out the team that they'll be facing, which is going to come up in the next part here. And also the one that sticks out for me is Wrap It Up versus Exiles. That's a huge game early on this season. That could be two teams that could very easily be semifinalists or finalists for Tranquility and the Transcendence tier. Both really good teams. Wrap It Up has got their best challenge they've faced since the preseason finals, and it'll be very cool to see that match. I really hope to catch a stream on that because it's going to be a really good one. Final question. Bold predictions for the remainder of the season based on what you've seen thus far. NPCs, take it away.
All right, this is the last time I'm going to mention them. I promise. Alt F4, they really like Map 5. Okay, they're going to go to more Map 5 games than any other team across all three tiers. They're going to go to Map 5 more often than anybody else. They just love Map 5s, apparently.
PDK Kid is going to age double his life here, so he's going to be 12 by the time this season ends. That's going to be the crazy thing. So, Specs, what do you think?
I just hope the hell that doesn't happen. So last week predicted a team that was going to be in the Discord tier semifinals. Going to do another one this week. It's going to be Instalock. 0-2. That's fine. There's ways to get around that at this point with the new structure of everything. There's a lot of talent on that team, and really think they're going to start turning things around in the next few weeks.
What do you think, Thug?
For me, it is Fighting Potatoes. They are not going to drop another match the rest of the stage.
Whoa.
Fresh off their 4-0 victory, looking ahead to what they have coming up here. They have Karma, who's struggling right now. I see a win there. I see a win against Comets. I think they're hyped, way overhyped.
Whoa. Preseason champions, calling them way overhyped.
And then we go Get Off My Land. They are not going to drop a match.
Wow, that's a bold prediction there. I like the Comets prediction. That's a big one. Mine is for Uncommitted. Uncommitted, as you may have known, the core of that team is made up of Commit, and they lost their first match as a part of Tranquility last week up against. I believe they played Exiles, right? I believe it was Exiles. They lost their first match of their time here in Tranquility. Yes, it was Exiles. And now they have a very difficult schedule ahead of them. They have Maximize, they have Wrap It Up, and they have Orbit. I predict that Uncommitted loses every single one of those matches. I think Uncommitted will end the stage 1-4. They'll be a C tier team, and we'll see what the next stage brings them. They got a lot of work ahead of them.
Don't know if that's bold though.
All right. And I know, honestly, and I know the uncommitted guys, they're not doing as much scrims as they used to. And quite frankly, it's a different level of competition now. So is it fair to expect them to run the table again? No, it's not. It's just not. But it's worth mentioning that their schedule is tough. They have a really tough schedule here coming up with Maximize, or with a combination of Maximize and Wrap It Up in a row. That's brutal. That's a tough couple of weeks there. So we'll see how they cope with that. But we're gonna go ahead and dive in now to the highlight montage for the week. This one was brought to you last couple of weeks. Been brought to you by Vila. Pardon me.
You broke the streak.
Yeah, I know. God damn it. I'm sorry. This one goes to Demel, who brought this one together. Another one of our editors. So hope you enjoy.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us.
Click the wrong button there. Thank you, Demel, for that excellent montage. Did a great job with that. Looking forward to seeing more of your work throughout the season here. So now we will go into our next segment, our weekly segment here, which is Mount Rushmore. We'll take you to the top of the mountain and stand by 3 or 4 picks of our choice. We're going to go ahead first and start off with new players. A lot of people have been asking about some of those new players in Tranquility, what they can bring to the table, and we'll see who stands out to you in each tier. We're going to start in the Harmony tier. Who is the one new player that stands out to you as the top new player, or the new player to watch in the Harmony tier? So start off NPC.
Okay, new player to watch. Somebody that we're not talking about, but we should be, is Waffle Man, a DPS for Boop. Waffle Man came in. He was kind of a friend of Trippy Cow, who played Discord tier tank last season, just barely peaked into Diamond, so he's locked into DPS as well. But he's friends with Waffle Man. Waffle Man brings a different element of DPS to Boop that we hadn't seen before. Just it kind of takes people by surprise. I think there's a lot of teams that are genuinely surprised when these DPS heroes come out and you're like, wait, what? So that's my player for Harmony tier, Waffle Man.
Specs, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sips T from Comets. For me, picking one of the best players on the best team in the tier right now just kind of made sense. That team from top to bottom is just incredible. Sips T saw it from the preseason finals, a couple of the matches they've had so far, just has the ability to take over and carry fights, and really a player that I've been watching and been really impressed with.
Thug, what do you think?
I'm gonna be a super big homer right here. I'm gonna say Vixel, or Let's Break It. He is many accounts. Let's Break It. I think he is in game. The kid's kind of cracked. He tried out last year for us for DDoS, didn't pick him up, but he's got a really great Genji. If that becomes something meta, he's a fun person to nano. But Vixel.
I'm going for a fighting potato. I'm picking Immortal. Immortal 366, I believe, is the full battle tag. Immortal kind of become the flex god for fighting potatoes, doing a little bit of main tanking, off tanking, and a little bit of DPSing for that team. He's been impactful in every role. Been one of the standout players on the team. The chemistry he's built with that team really quickly it's translated, and we're seeing it. He's kind of a leader in comms. He's just a leader on that team in general right now, and I think Immortal stands out to me as one of those. He's going to kind of be one of those unsung heroes because he does so much. Like as the season goes on, people are going to be talking about like great main tanks and great off tanks, but Immortal's doing all of those things for the potatoes, and he's doing it at a really high level. Let's go to the Discord tier now, and let's start with you, NPC. Go ahead.
You kind of stole my thunder earlier. I was going to go with Octane from Airstrike. He does everything he can do to carry that team. They've got a feeding tank player who needs to be bailed out every single fight, and Octane has got to get the critical picks to keep that fight alive, and he does it.
Specs, what do you think?
For me, it's Aura from Tough Luck. Pretty incredible player that can really do it all there. Just something that he's really taken to is the leadership of that team. So not only in game is he carrying them in fights and winning advantages that he shouldn't be, just overall leading that team and making sure they're on the same page. So very excited to see how he kind of progresses and to see where he ends up.
What do you think, Thug?
Okay, so technically he's not new, but Gab not Gabe. I put him on there. It's more of an honorable mention because he didn't play last season, but he played the season before. But I'm going to go with Ill from Alt F4. The kid's kind of cracked. He's incredibly smart. If you watch Spec Screen, he's stream. He doesn't. I don't think he streams himself. The kid's a nutty DPS player. He understands the game really well. Kid pops off. So I'm going to say Ill.
I went with another DPS player, made a reappearance this week, rejoining an old friend of his, and rejoining the community after being a standout player in Season 2. He is the sniper known as the Cognitive Pit. I have to say he was a major impact in Season 2 and immediately came in. It's like nothing changed. Came in and immediately made an impact in that match against Airstrike. And I've already hyped up Airstrike enough. Instalock is 0-2 and is definitely one of the best 0-2 teams. I don't know how. Instalock, I mean, obviously, week 1, it is what it is. We can't dwell on that. Week 2, incredibly tough. But, like, the Cognitive Pick has returned, and look for him to be an impact player the rest of this way. Let's go ahead now, last but certainly not least, to the Transcendence tier. NPC, go ahead.
Transcendence tier. I was gonna pick Altera from Uncommit, but then I remember that's actually Orsted in disguise. So
I mean, technically, he is a returning player. Technically,
yeah. Technically, but
I mean, he didn't really play Season 2, did he?
Yeah, he showed up for like
3.
4 matches in Season 2.
Yeah.
And then it came to the playoffs.
But so anyway, I'm actually gonna say it's Johnny from Houston Outlaws. Dude makes plays.
In-laws?
Houston in-laws.
I think it's South.
Yeah, anyway, I mean, Texas hard. Houston in-laws. I gotta do it.
All right. Specs, what do you think?
Good Lord. All right. For me, it's Cosmo from Second Chance. Playing with him too, I really kind of know the background, know the guy. Really great dude inside and out of the game, but an incredible tank player. Very flexible and is able to really do whatever he needs to in the game, whether it's shot calling, comp switches, team leadership, whatever. Incredible guy, incredible player. Really knows the game in and out.
Bug, what do you think?
Oh god, please tell me this person's new. I struggled with this. Voltage is new, right?
I think so.
Oh, thank God.
I almost picked Voltage. So
okay, so Voltage on Havoc, hit scan to stand out on a team with names like Nerdables, Vels, and Dunzo, to stand out in that kind of crowd. It's nothing to stake a stick at. Voltage is absolutely one of the better players on that team, and it's hard to do. So,
I also returned to feeling Texas hard, and I had to go with what Texas hard. Does it make you uncomfortable? We're gonna get a TOS violation. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go with a person in Discord, and I think over chat goes by B's Knees, but you'll see his battle tag is just a bunch of O's.
I saw him. I was gonna pick up, but I know how to say his
Yeah, I didn't know how to. I mean, his name is something, but I believe
they
he
kept
goes.
saying, "Oh."
I know they kept on saying, "Oh," but
we already have an O.
yeah, but
we have an O.
Yeah,
This guy's ooh.
This guy's ooh. Honestly, he goes by a lot of names, but one name he definitely goes by is damn, because he's an impressive DPS. That is, he's doing a really good job on Houston In-Laws, and honestly, Houston In-Laws, they're 2-0. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be a pushover team. Like when they came into the community, I think they were 3.5K, and they've all climbed. They're a 4.1K team all of a sudden, kind of out of nowhere. Suddenly,
They're smurfing in Transcendence tier. I mean,
yeah, are they smurfing in Transcendence tier?
They dropped 4 and picked up 4 new players.
Well, yeah, that's probably a big part of it. But hey, guess what? It works. It works. So, anyways, yeah, his name is or Beast Knees, but that one guy from Houston In-Laws.
That guy.
Now to our final question for Mount Rushmore. This is the important question of the day, and honestly, probably one of the most important questions. I think we're going to revisit this by the end of the season. Is Cryptic Force still a feeder?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we all agree. All right, that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Chat,
There's no explanation. I didn't even write anything. It's just yes.
Yeah, chat, if you want to weigh in on that, we're looking for yeses or nos. Is Cryptic Force still a feeder? We'd like to see those in chat here.
He's also goes by Mighty Bear if it's confusing.
Yeah, Mighty Bear is the other
either
thing
way
too. Yes. Really quick, spending his giveaway points to make a point. PDK kid.
Beth, stop being nice. Pops off though.
So really quick here, guys, as a quick reminder, we are going to be pulling the entries for the giveaway right in about 10 seconds. So if you're going to get any last second giveaway entries in, get them in right now. As soon as this montage starts, that's the end of it. So I'm counting down from 10. 5, 4, 3. All right, no more entries. All right, we're going to go now into the comms check for the week. Thank you, Impers.
2 Zoomers buy a farm, okay? And they get there, and because that's a thing Zoomers do, right? They buy a farm off Craigslist or something. So they get there and they see 2 sheep. The only 2 animals on the whole farm, they're 2 sheep, and they're out in the field and they're doing it. And the first Zoomer, he says, "Look at those 2 sheep. They're the last 2 we're ever going to have because they're gay." And the second Zoomer, he says, "How can you tell? Is it because your mom's gay?" And the first Zoomer, he points at the sheep and he says, "No, you."
Have taken them away.
No.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's funny because I grew up on a farm.
No, you.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay. No, you. All right.
Cap.
Nice.
Hey,
Now
GG's. Respectful.
well done.
Who was this again?
Get the
Diva.
Watch out for me.
Oh, it's Diva, freezing Diva.
He's on me.
Diva 1. What's the shot of big? Right. Lucio go.
No, Tracer.
Let's fucking go.
God, you fucking savage.
Let's go, boys. Dude.
Oh my.
D.Va. All right, lever. Fuck.
Right on the left, right on focus, right on the left. I have shield. I have crush, shatter, word, spot. Where?
Hammer. Yes!
You got the hammer.
Pushing kill this bitch.
Junkrat's still like top left.
Cursed image! I got the cursed image!
Yes, you did it.
Oh my god.
Send that to him first.
Torquay, click A.
Curb.
And then Guava, your P. Yeah, okay.
Alright, okay. We are ready. Oh god. Wait, Guava, no!
No!
Guava,
Go on right.
Ryan's dead.
Walk it up, focus, Rusted. He's slow. We keep our scouting.
Junkrat's one health. Junkrat's down.
Junkrat's
down. I'm going on Zarya. Zarya's one health. I got you.
Nice.
Zarya's down.
Good job.
I was like
GG's.
hiding behind that guy for so long.
Good job, guys.
We did it, boys. Not on fire, you're throwing. Yes!
Nice, I'm throwing. Hell yeah. That's my MO, is to throw.
Why did the single Zoomer have a wedding?
Sorry.
Because he wanted a participation trophy wife.
So I forgot to mute myself in Discord.
Yeah, I know. We heard you talking.
Stream.
Over my joke. Okay.
Over your joke, and I wanted to listen to the joke, and I didn't hear it.
You have to watch it.
Sorry, the middle of a joke.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Last joke. Why does the Zoomer always type in lowercase? Because he hates capitalism.
You got it. I don't get it.
Okay. All right.
And thank you again to Impers on that one. Just so you guys know, again, the drawing giveaway entries were closed. Demonic Rain, yours will be put in for next week's. But hey, that might be your intention. Now you have a lot of points in for next week. So it's honestly looking good for you in that regard. We had, I think, somewhere along the lines of over 200 entries. It was an insane number. It was close to that. It was like 180 entries. So it's a crazy amount of entries. Hopefully we'll see a few more of those coming in here in the coming weeks. So thanks again for everybody who's been watching. We appreciate it. We're making the reason why we're pushing it so hard, guys, just to be frank, we're making a big push for partner. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. It's helping us do our jobs a lot, making it a lot easier for us to devote the time. And having you guys all be a part of it is a big deal for us too. So thank you, everybody. So we will get to the giveaway winner here at the end of the podcast. But in the interim now, we go to the next segment. We have the question of the week. This one was submitted by Gab on Twitter. He phrased it a little differently, and I decided to go with something maybe a little less toxic sounding. What I said, and it's kind of a paraphrase on his question, but which team is most outperforming expectations? And do you expect them to continue to outperform expectations? Let's start with NPC. We're going to start in the Harmony tier.
Harmony tier, I think it's Boop. I mean, 2-time back-to-back 4-0 victories. It can't last forever. I mean, these guys, they might still win next week against Bork, but there's no way this team doesn't drop a single map the rest of the stage. It's unrealistic to expect that kind of momentum, the 4-0s, to just keep coming. So, nobody expected the back-to-back 4-0s from this team, from pretty much any team, and especially in that pool, like in the B tier, it's a tough tier, and getting 4-0s, it beats expectations, but there's no way they can keep that up. There's no way.
Wow. All right. Specs, what do you think?
Because I love to foster negativity, I'm saying no to all three of the tiers. So we'll get there. But the first one I'm going to go with is Fighting Potatoes. 1-1 right now, which is good. They play Karma this week, which is a win. That's fine. Then they play Get Off My Land, which honestly I have as a push. I think that can go either way, and that's kind of up in the air. And then they play Comets last week of the pool, which is
You don't even have their schedule right. They play Comets in week 4.
okay. So sorry, I have Get Off My
Trust
Land.
me, I coach the team.
Sorry.
I know.
So, oh wait, there's another.
Oh, wait. Now he's revising his.
Great.
God damn it.
But again, Fighting Potatoes, great group of people.
Wow, you
right.
stopped talking.
Wow,
Wow,
great
I know.
personality.
Yeah, what a great guy you are, and you wonder why I left the Alt 4 DDoS brand. All right,
Darn.
go.
Wait a second. Godspeed, we gotta talk.
Thug, go ahead.
The team that is outperforming their expectations has gotta be Get Off My Land. The team went in like, we're not gonna try. Most of us just play Wednesday. Like, we just want to have fun together. And to be 2-0, I got comments this week.
I don't expect it either.
I know that's we've talked. Like,
I mean, they're outperforming their own expectations.
Yeah, I think honestly, Comets was was 1A, 1B. I think it's a product of that pool. That pool is it's the Harmony tier is a little lopsided. But hey, those you're playing the cards that you're dealt. But I see Get Off My Land maybe win against Comets, so boot it. Because the Potatoes are going to win the rest.
He gave us one map, boys. He gave us one map.
Real talk, though, I don't think I see that happening. Mine for me was I'm going with Boop, just on the realm of outperforming expectations. You know, Get Off My Land with the early schedule. I actually did think there was potential that they could pull off something like that. If I'm being honest with you, but their schedule sucks from now on. And I think for me, when I look at the outperforming teams, I pick Boop again. Boop has the toughest pool, arguably, in terms of skill for the tier of any of the pools in Stage 1 here. And they're 2-0 to start. That's huge. That's massive, actually. They got flashbacks. They got DDoS. You know, maybe on the weaker end of the pool there with both those teams, but they looked real good doing it. They weren't just barely skirting by. They weren't 3-2ing. They were 4-0ing in dominating fashion, 4-0s as well. So I look for Boop to continue forward here. They got Bork this week, and Bork is struggling. You know, I could see Boop continuing this run here. Boop could be staring a very, very strong Stage 1 in the face, and I see it continuing for them. You know, they got, like I said, they got Bork next. Tough team. I think Bork is better than their record has shown so far, but I still think they could sweep the pool. They really could. Jalapenos are a different team now than they used to be. I think they're still talented, but I don't know if they're gonna beat I don't know if they're gonna win that. Then Jetpack Cats, I think they beat Jetpack Cats. So I think Boop looks good, guys. I think Boop looks real good. Discord tier, let's go NPC. What do you got?
I think overtime right now. I mean, they only lost one map to Maelstrom, and then they went 4-0 over one tricks. They're doing well against teams that they should do well over. But this week they play Caliber, and that's their test. I mean, this is, you know, overtime. They came in, they tried to play Harmony tier. Billy, he brought a team in. They had some roster issues. They ended up dropping out of the tournament. And now that they're back, they've got some familiar faces on their team. So, you know, they took some familiar faces from some other teams, and I didn't really expect them to do as well as they're doing. I mean, the 2 wins dropping one single map. That's big. That's big for a team that, you know, kind of came out of Harmony tier, and a lot of the players came out of Harmony tier. So I feel like they're overperforming their expectations, but this week is going to be their test, and I don't know that they're going to do it.
Bex, what do you think?
I mean, I have a couple teams in this tier, to be honest. I'll leave one of them out because that's just easy pickings. So I actually have the team that Overtime is playing this week, Caliber. I think they were benefits of a lucky result this week. Week 1, they played an Alt F4 without the biggest piece on that team. So
they went to
God.
Jesus. Thug's already been throwing up all day. Do you want to make him sick again?
Let's just look at the information we have in front of us. Alt F4 without specs, 0-1. Alt F4 with specs.
God. You
all
are
right, that about does it for tonight.
You
everybody.
you are legitimately one of the most punchable people I've ever met.
That's the goal.
I know, but still.
I can't wait for April.
Oh Lord,
April 25th.
I think the Caliber overtime match this week is a bit of a push. One team's gonna win it in a 3-2, and it's gonna be very close till the end. And they play Hellhounds and Tailwind their last 2 weeks, which are 2 rough games. And I, gonna be honest, don't see them winning either one of the 2. So I don't have them continuing at the undefeated pace that they're on.
Thug, what do you think?
Prodigious. They're 2-0 right now. They barely beat Beer Pressure. They beat Legion, who's not looking very good right now. I don't see him win another match again. Team's cocky. They're overconfident. They're just, it's false bravado at this point, and really it's an ugly color on them. Yeah, I see Illusion super hungry. They're going to take it. And then you have Airstrike, which we talked about earlier, one of the better teams in that pool, and then Tough Luck to finish it out. It's going to be a yikes, brother. It's going to be a big yikes for me. So,
yeah, I went with Prodigious too. The schedule has been a big boon for them. I think Beer Pressure is still trying to find out their place, find out who they are as a team. And I think, the identity is not quite there yet. They're working through it. Legion, same thing. They're trying to figure out where they are. This is a team that moved up a tier to try to keep a couple of players in that didn't qualify in the Harmony tier. And I think they're still trying to find their identity in the Discord tier because of that.
Yep.
They're trying, and they're putting out a good performance, but Prodigious' schedule goes from relatively easy to okay, this is getting more challenging to ouch and then ouch. Next week is going to be a big week for them. I don't think they will. I don't think it's a guarantee that they're going to lose to Illusion by any means. I think Prodigious has some good pieces, but I think their schedule is going to hurt them very badly in the next 2 weeks. And I worry about that with them. I really do. And I do think that there's a lot of arrogance with that team. And it's not like there's confidence and then there's arrogance. And what we're seeing right now is arrogance. And it needs to be tempered because it's not a good look for any team. Especially when your team is made out of multiple players who couldn't barely hack it in the Harmony tier. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying, guys, with all due respect, you can't come in here and act so arrogant in the Discord tier when you've won 2 matches against teams that are underperforming. So prove it. You got
hot take.
Yeah. I'd like to see myself disproved, but I don't believe it. I think Prodigious is a 2 and 3 team at the end of stage 1. So Discord or Transcendence tier, let's go.
Transcendence tier.
Say that again. You don't even drink. Just tier.
Wow. After that, I don't know.
On that note.
Yeah. All right. Oh, here we go. Wow. Transcendence tier. I got Wrap It Up. The 3-1 over Malevolent, 4-0 Animus. Okay, fine. But they've got Exiles, Uncommitted, and then Havoc after that. It's that thing where it's like these are teams you should beat, then like a little bit of a challenge, and then some more teams that it's going to be a lot more difficult for you. So I see Wrap It Up winning early, but it's a harder road than these first 2 teams have led on.
What do you think, Specs?
Just like last year, I have the team that Wrap It Up is playing this week, Exiles. I don't think they're legit at all. 3-1 versus Maximize, who came together very quickly, was kind of thrown into everything. I don't read into that too much. Uncommitted again. Who are they? Like, what are they as a team? They don't really know either. I think they get very thoroughly exposed this week versus Wrap It Up, but they do take 2 wins right afterwards against Malevolent and
sound it out.
Yes.
Malevolent.
Sure, we'll go with that.
And I'm the one who's drinking?
Right, exactly. What's going to hurt this team is they're going to end up in an upper tier, and they're going to get absolutely crushed. Absolutely crushed. Second Chance beat them. Havoc beat them. That's fine.
But they do make the upper tier though.
They make depending on how they're honestly, I have Wrap It Up and Havoc making it over them. They make that second tier, and then they're kind of exposed.
They're up against Poisonous and the In-Laws,
which I think Poisonous is better than.
What do you think, Thug?
Well, after that attitude, I don't know. Yet you're feeling
Sorry,
feisty today.
I'm going with that prodigious Twitter attitude. Let's go.
Whoa.
The team that is overperforming to me is the Houston In-Laws. 3-1 Venomous, 3-1 volume 51, right?
Volume 51.
I see Corvidity is going to be a tough match. And then you have Second Chance and then Pogfish. Ooh, that schedule looks nasty. You got the early part. And it wasn't a dominating fashion type thing either. There was a chance to make a statement on the softest part of your schedule. And you come out 2-0, but a weak 2-0. And there's, in the words of Specs, some very obvious errors.
There was.
Very obvious.
So you think these next couple of games are going to be Texas soft?
Just drink your.
I also went In-Laws here, by the way.
What the hell, you?
But I'm going the opposite way. I think they do keep this up. They're going to beat Corvidity, and I think they're going to beat Pogfish. You all shake your head, and that's cute, but I think In-Laws are a better team than a lot of people realize. They kind of came in and they were kind of looked at as, okay, whatever, 3.5K team. We just call that Havoc food around here, like whatever. And I think Houston In-Laws are making a B tier run right now. I think the match for them, I think they beat Corvidity. Second Chance, I don't know about Second Chance, but I think the Pogfish match is big for them. I think that's their proving grounds, and I think they can beat Pogfish. I really do. Pogfish is a good team. I really am a believer in that team, not just for the logo or the name, but also because of the talent level. Thank you. But I do think Houston Laws is a lot better than they're getting credit for early on here. So, all right.
I have to interject real quick.
Pogfish.
If they beat Pogfish 1, I will buy a Jake jersey and wear it for weeks on end. That's
wait, hold on. Can we just Can we get that clip? Somebody clip that.
That's fine.
Just to verify, you said if the In-Laws go 4-1, you will buy a Jake jersey.
No, Muma.
Fine.
He will buy a Muma jersey
or Raucus, one of the two.
And he will wear it
is fine.
for weeks on end on the podcast.
Yes.
All right, you heard it here.
Because I have a big tip. They're not going to absolutely fucking do that at all.
Muma jersey. The best thing is those kits are like $150.
Yeah.
Too.
Oh, I'm buying one of the ones from last season. That's like clearance.
Fair enough.
We're fine.
Honestly, I've never cheered for a Houston team so much in my life, but right now I'm the biggest In-Laws fan in the world. So, whatever your stupid fucking name is, bee's knees, ooh or oh or whatever the fuck you are, I'm rooting for you, buddy.
More like
Johnny. You got this.
So
Pogfish.
All right. There it is, everyone. That's it for the question of the week. Thank you again to Gab for submitting that. If you want to get your questions answered here on the podcast, be sure to submit those on Twitter at the Twitter handle at @iris_podcast. Throw it a follow. Questions will go on there. I know a lot of you were also looking forward to the Hall of Fame inductees announced today. Unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity to get the interviews together in order to get some of the announcements out. Apologize for that. The first interview will come out next week. And by the way, before I go any further, that person has a very significant involvement with what you've seen tonight. That's my little teaser for next week's interview. So we will see who that is. And by the way, it might not be so obvious. So I know.
So it's obvious, but not obvious.
It's not so obvious.
It's obvious. I mean, clearly
obvious. No.
But you can.
A couple things real quick before we get going here. The event week schedule is coming up really soon here, guys. Event week is going to be the most fun week of the Tranquility season. No questions asked. We have 4 events, 4 broadcasts coming to you during the week. We have Tuesday is going to be our Whittle 1v1. We are holding a Whittle 1v1 for every single tier. Each team can submit 1 representative to that. Widow, headshots only. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. We're going to broadcast it. It's going to be a crazy night. Wednesday, we bring you Torb hammers only. That's going to be following up on Wednesday. Again, same thing. One per team. Each tier gets represented. It's going to be a ton of fun. And then Thursday is the 2v2 lockout elimination tournament. Again, 2 representatives per team. Going to be a ton of fun again. We're going to try to combine together teams. We're going to be combining better tiers at the end. We're going to come up with a grand champion at the end. It's all for fun. It's going to be a blast. The Widow 1v1 is a huge deal. Huge bragging rights to whoever comes out on top on that. No question about that. And again, all of these are going to be broadcast here on this official Twitch channel for the Tranquility community. We hope to see you guys watching that, and we hope that you can participate in that. It's our week off from Tranquility community's normal action while we're getting stage 2 set up. So it's a ton of fun. I really hope you guys get a chance to be a part of it. And then Friday is the admin staff pug night. That is the night where the staff members of Tranquility, members like me, NPC, Thug, Cavalier himself, Smugs, Triage, Juke, Not Specs, all of us will be on a team and we'll be facing off against members of the community. We'll be making charitable donations throughout the night or pledges based on that. Thug, what do you got?
Question. I know a lot of people are questioning probably. What about the teabag rule? Can we teabag?
So on that same note, one of the big things that happened with that last season, kind of spur of the moment thing, was charity, and it was something that was very spur of the moment last season, and it's something that I'm very passionate about, and it's something that we're going to be doing again this season. So my pledge is that for every time that I am killed on an admin pug night, if I am teabagged at least once during that kill, I will donate $1 to a charity. If I get up to 50 throughout the night, I will double it to $100. I personally am going to be going to Checkpoint. It's a charity for gamers. It's a charity for mental health advocacy for gamers. They provide resources for gamers who are dealing with mental health. Mental health is something that's really important. It's important even here, where there's not a whole lot at stake, but for some people, this is a big deal for them. And mental health is an incredibly important thing that a lot of people don't take seriously. It's something I really think a lot of people do need to take more seriously. People may have made fun of for being pissed or being tilted or being depressed. Well, that's a sign of maybe something's wrong with them. And rather than look at that as an opportunity to make fun or tilt or cause more of a problem, maybe it's instead time to reach out. Just try to help them out a little bit. So charity like Checkpoint to me is really important. A lot of other people are going to be doing the same thing. A lot of other, NPC or Thug, you're going to be making some donations as well. I think you're pledging something too.
It's going to be to Checkpoint charities as well. I haven't decided what it's going to happen. Maybe every time that I spawn camp ice with Moira, I'm not sure. We'll decide. We'll decide.
So we really want you guys to be a part of it. Signups for all of these things are yes, Specs.
Specs is first in line. He's first in line.
Me. So I'm not an admin, unfortunately. It's crazy. But I'm gonna back off of Yeti here as well. I'm going to be donating $1 every time he gets killed and matching it up to $50 to that 100 for charity. That's a little close to me. We'll get into a quick long story here. Best friend of mine passed away last year, doing it to his memorial scholarship fund. Already kind of blown up and gone huge. But it also kind of stems around back to a lot of mental health things. So I'm a huge advocate for it as well. I been speakers at conferences for it. So fantastic charity option there. If anyone's looking to get involved, definitely look into that.
Scholarship funds always good thing.
And I know NPC, you do a ton of work, obviously, and I don't know where you're planning on doing or what you're exactly planning on doing, but I know One Up on Cancer.
I think all of the admin staff has kind of decided on Checkpoint. I think Checkpoint's a good thing, and we're going to look into like more of an official partnership with some of these charities in the future. But I think what Tranquility's about is getting away from the toxicity in games and things like that. And that's something that's important to us here. Yeah. And even though I do a lot of work for One Up on Cancer and Anime for Humanity and some other charities for whatever reason, but I think this one's the one that's going to impact us the most, and I think that's where we can make the most good.
And again, you do not have to make any donations to be a part of this or anything like this. This is all for fun. But one thing I always love about this community is how we all come together for a really cool cause. And it's not just like, it's not like a cause necessarily like a financial cause or a charitable cause, but it's a cause to like come together and play in an environment that's unique and special. And this is something that we can do with that special and unique environment that is more than what we could do on an average Friday night playing comp with the boys, So like, for me, this is a really big deal. Guys, signups are going to be out later this week. Stay tuned. We'll have Google Forms out for everybody to get in on all of these events. If you're on a team, just as a quick heads up, this is for people on teams, except for the admin pugs. We'll probably give preference to people on teams. But for the events, for like Widow 1v1, sort out with your team who's going to be playing. Like, don't just sign up immediately and then your team can't have anybody else play the Widow 1v1 unless you're Airstrike. You're going to run Cryptic. We all know it.
Duh.
No, yeah, come on.
Have your GM reach out.
Yes, that's honestly a great way to do it. Is just have your GM talk to myself. NPC is going to be helping run things too. It's a huge it's a huge event week for us guys. We always have tons of fun with it. And again, donations are not required, but we would love for you guys to join in the pledges with us. It's a great opportunity just to, again, make a difference. Even $5, even like a few bucks, it goes a long way for these charities. And if everybody donated $1 who participated, that's about another $80 that gets thrown off on top of all the donations we're making. It's huge, guys. It really is huge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So really means a lot that you guys are be a part of that with us. We're really looking forward to it. Final announcements. Meetup Day, again, reminder, April 25th. We're going to be getting RSVPs and final hosting information out for everything on that within the next couple of weeks. Start clearing your schedules out. I know people are planning flights in some cases. So
Minnesota's going to be off.
Minnesota is going to be completely
as soon
insane.
as Specs confirmed that that's where he was going, they doubled down on the axe throwing. They're like, we're going to go axe throwing.
Yes, with Specs. Definitely going to throw.
Backyard.
No further.
Definitely want to throw axes at with Specs. No, so again, Meetup Day is coming up real soon. Second to last, we'll do the giveaway at the very end here. Predictions for the week. We have our 3 feature matches for the week here, guys. First off, on Tuesday, Jetpack Cats taking on Flashbacks at a rematch of the kickoff of the preseason tournament. Jetpack Cats again came out on top in that one. Alt 4 versus Eclipse, the grudge match. Specs versus Eclipse Twitter. And Friday, Second Chance versus Pogfish. Exciting matches this week, guys. Let's start with the Harvard tier. Jetpack Cats versus Flashbacks. NPC, what do you think?
I think Jetpack Cats for sure. They're coming in off a win against the Jalapenos. They're looking stronger than ever. I feel like this is just Jetpack Cats' this one to win.
What's the score? What do you got?
3-1.
Specs, what do you think?
Jetpack Cats 3-1.
Jetpack Cats 3-1. What do you think, Thug?
3-2 Zoomers.
Wow.
Sorry, Flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, they're the Zoomers. I mean, they are.
Yeah, they are the Zoomers. Woven feeds just enough into the back line to give Jetpack Cats a 3-1 victory in this one in my eyes. So let's go next. Alt F4 versus Eclipse. NPC, what do you think?
This one was hard for me, really hard. And I promised I wasn't going to talk about him again, but I think Alt F4, 3-2. They need to go to map 5, but then they win the control map.
Ooh, awful take. Awful take.
Specs, I'm going to give you the floor, not to make a prediction, but if you want to go ahead and just say something here, put your team on the spot.
I'm not confident for us heading into this week at all. I am not happy with how we have been performing in scrims. Our support players are garbage. Our DPS can't hit shots. Our tank players, especially Godspeed, is absolutely worse than the scum that the Houston Outlaws fan base is. Okay? Don't pick.
That last part about Godspeed was true, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but the other stuff all was Star.
Oh, the other
yeah.
ones, no.
Yeah, but the Godspeed stuff is true. So, all right, cool.
Wait. I almost forgot about him because he doesn't matter to our team at all. PDK kid.
Right.
Texas hard, boys. Anyways, Thug, what do you think?
I have Alt F4 3-1.
Wow.
Actually, you know what? 4-0 and Specs is gonna carry.
No, now I have
4-0 Specs needs
expectations
to
now.
carry. 4-0 Specs needs to carry.
I here's the thing. I think they
don't 4-0. It's all Specs' fault.
I think Eclipse is a better team now than what they were.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Once they got rid of the people they did.
Minus their low
I meme on it.
But I still think Alt F4 squeaks out a win here, 4-0.
My actual pick is Eclipse. I just want to make Specs feel bad.
Yeah, my pick is Eclipse too, 3-1. Anyways, tier transcendence tier. Let's go second chance versus Pogfish. Go ahead, NPC.
Okay, I got second chance here. I mean, they lost their feeder support. I figure this is their strongest that they're ever going to be. So I got second chance. 4-0.
Specs, what do you think?
So some inside baseball here. Knowing that someone on this podcast was on second chance, and knowing that second chance has scrimmed Pogfish multiple times, I'm going to lean one way with a 4-0 in about an hour and 10, hour 15 maybe, and we'll leave it to the imagination.
Thug, what do you think?
Pogfish. Sorry. Pogfish.
You made NPC Crush's can. Is that your actual pick or?
Pogfish.
All right. So Pogfish without scores, just Pogfish. So, all right. Thank you, Thug.
Thank you.
I'm going second chance 4-0. Second chance is the second best team in the tier, and they will give Havoc a run for their money. And I say this right now, knowing that they only have 4 actively rostered players.
That'll change.
That's going to change soon, and they're still going to be cracked as hell.
You better tell them soon.
Yeah. By the way, on that note, Gios, if you're watching this shit, you better get me your fucking ads soon.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, let's move on to the upset special for the week. NPC, who do you got?
Okay. I think it's going to be Illusion over Prodigious. I don't know. I don't want to add on to the dog pile that we already made on Prodigious, okay? Because I didn't expect everybody else to go at them that hard. And by everybody, I just mean Yeti. Texas hard, that's true. But for Illusion, they've got something to prove here. You know, it's unlikely, but Prodigious, they're maybe getting compliant after 4-0 over Legion, which is a game they probably should have won. Their 3-2 victory over Beer Pressure. It shows that they're vulnerable. It shows that they can lose maps. And Illusion, they've got something to prove. And for Illusion, it's crunch time. It's crunch time for those guys. So. It's crunch time, Illusion. Get it done.
No.
How are those? How are the cheesy grooves? I never had them. Are they delicious?
Are
they a mind crunch?
Yeah, it's not fluffy. You know, there's no air in it. It's like a wavy chip.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Well,
I want to circle back to you, NPC here. Being me, and I love the drama. I have 3 predictions this week. This wasn't one of them. How do you sincerely expect Illusion to beat Prodigious when they have a 3 of the top tank players in the tier? How? Just how? I don't get it. I don't get it. So
no.
That's fine. But for all seriousness, yes, that was one of the 3 predictions I have. I have DDoS over Holy Jalapenos.
It has lost their carry. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm saying, yeah.
Pig. Yeah, Pig was the carry.
DDoS. DDoS. No, I think he's got something. I think he's onto something because DDoS is freed from the anchor. Okay, I'm a believer DDoS. Okay, they've been freed from the anchor that was holding them back, and now nowhere to go but up.
Get your crabs. Ski-Free was the problem. Ski-Free was the problem. Get the crabs out in chat, everybody.
And then is this an upset? Maybe I have Instalock over Holy Jalapenos or Heckin' Habaneros.
I don't think that's an upset. By record, it is, but no.
Exactly. Okay.
Instalock's a really good team. So, Thug, let's hear your upset specials.
In the battle of the exclamation points, I have Bork over Boop.
Ooh.
Bork over Boop.
Team interesting. That would be very interesting there. That would be a very interesting upset. I kind of have no other words. Very interesting,
right?
Mine is I'm going back to the Discord tier, and I'm going to that team led by the GOAT himself. That's the Billy Goat. I'm picking Overtime over Caliber. I think Caliber is not the team we expected. I think we saw the names on the roster. We thought, damn. There's some really big names from the Discord tier last season. They're just not meeting those expectations at all. And I think because of that, I think we see Overtime kind of catch Caliber off guard, and I think they squeak out a 3-2 win here. I see Spec scowling at this prediction, but
I am, because I don't think there's a favorite here. I really don't. I think this is a lot closer than a lot of people realize.
Well, if you go by the predictions on the predictions and polls in the Tranquility Discord, it's a very clear Caliber favorite. So.
That's insane. Absolutely bananas. But why?
So I don't know. We'll see with Caliber. I'm worried about that team. I am. They haven't been shining as much as I expect them to. They just haven't. So, all right. So let's now we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Finally, with the giveaway drawing. NPC, take it away.
All right. Random number generator says the winner is Bray.
Hey, congrats.
Bray OW.
Congrats, Caliber. That's your only win this week. Good job, Blaze.
Whoa.
Congratulations.
Crunch time, Caliber. Crunch time.
Congratulations to Bray on that one. We'll be getting Specs immediately with the toxicity. We'll be getting in touch with you, Bray, very soon. Congratulations again. Guys, make sure again to get your giveaway entries in for this coming week. We'll be doing these giveaways weekly until we run out of money. So,
which is only 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is really only, shit, we're fucked, guys. Anyways,
next week.
All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate you being a part of this. Good luck to all the teams in week 3. And for NPC, Specs, and Thug, I'm Ski-Free Yeti, and we will see you next week.
Pogfish.
Experience tranquility.